The new event just went live in Element Fishing, so let's take a look at it. And I want to point out some things to you to make sure that you don't make some of the mistakes that I made in the last event. I missed out on a lot of very valuable things in the last event, and I want to make sure that you don't do that. So we have a gear crafting, a legendary gear crafting event going on right now. I imagine it's going to be a similar structure to the last one, where you get to kind of craft and shape a piece of gear over time and then claim it. If we go up here and read the event, not the event schedule, the main event, the legendary gear crafting. After clicking craft, the system will automatically generate a gear that meets the criteria. You can consume event points to randomly re-roll the subs until you get one that you like. You can cancel the current crafting progress at any time and choose another gear type. So kind of like you could re-roll a new legendary last time. During the event, you can only claim one gear, and once claimed, you cannot continue crafting. So this is another example of one where, like, don't be in a hurry. You don't have to claim this on the first day. Keep doing this until you get the perfect piece of gear. You have plenty of time here to get the perfect piece of gear. 20 days of farming points and shaping this gear to be what you need it to be, okay? So we'll talk a little bit later, once I start getting into it and crafting some pieces, about like what kinds of pieces are ideal and maybe how you can apply it to what units you have and stuff. But don't be in a hurry. Don't come in here and claim your gear on the first day. Just take a breath, slow down. We have the shop in here so that once you get to a point where you do have gear that you want to claim, or you're happy to sacrifice a few points, it's a good idea to come in here and grab all this stuff. I think all this stuff is very valuable to grab. I think it's real good. You have the quests here, where you'll kind of do most of this by playing, just by playing, to be honest. The vendor, this is one that I want to make sure that you're aware of. I missed out on a lot last time because I forgot it was daily. This is daily, okay? At least some of these are daily. So a daily battery, a daily summon, and 2 pieces of gear daily. One of them cost me 1,000 gold. This cost me a very small amount of gems. I don't remember exactly. No more than 30, I'm pretty sure, but it may have been even less than 30 to get a nice legendary piece of gear. So you also get to see it before you claim it. So if it's not a piece of gear that you like and want, you don't have to buy it, okay? The dice, I absolutely think you should come in here and buy. But every day, remember to come in here and get your gear and your summon and your battery. I did this maybe twice in the whole of the last event. I missed out on so much by coming in here and grabbing this stuff every day. So make sure that you don't miss this. This is really nice. And then these 2-star wisps. I thought these were batteries the first time. I caught it by the end. I think someone said something to me that finally registered, and I can't remember if I've talked about it in a video or not. But initially I was like, this doesn't even remotely seem worth it to me. But something finally clicked. These are XP capsules, and I was just having the thought recently about I'm gonna have way more XP capsules than I'll ever be able to use. I've got over 1,000. It doesn't take many at all to like max units. You'd have to try real hard to use 1,000 of these, right? So I came into the event shop last time. I think I was up at like 1,900, and I spent 1,000 of them getting these 2-star wisps. It's a ton of food. It's a ton of food for a currency that you're already going to have an abundance of. Like if you're doing the campaign farming you need to be doing anyway to build your units, you are going to end up with way more of this than you can ever use. So just kind of gauge it, right? Keep a good stock so that you can continue to build units. But there's no reason not to come in here and just load up on food. That's so much food, so that as you continue to farm and you get to 2-star wisp drops, these just turn into 3-star wisps, right? It's really nice. So be aware that these cost EXP capsules. And if you're farming even a decent amount, you're going to have so many more of those than you'll ever need. So just kind of gauge throughout the course of the event how many of these you can afford to come in here and buy, okay? It's really, really handy. And then you have the exchange where you'll get, this currency for kind of participating in the event. You can come in here and buy some stuff, and it's limited weekly, monthly, and all that jazz. So yeah, just like I'm gonna come in here and get this soon. I'm trying to get that LD5. I want that LD5 real bad. But yeah, new event went live, and the way that their events seem to work, it seems to be month to month. So you have 20 days of like active time in the event, and then there's like that 10-day period, I believe is how they said it was going to work, right? the main period from the 1st to the 20th, and the additional event period from the 20th to the end of the month. And they've also got, so I was reading a little bit about the events last night too, right? The additional event. Consume event points to spin the wheel, and you will randomly receive one of the rewards. So I'm assuming that since it's at the top now, this miner's treasure journey, that's what we'll get for the last part of the event, for the last 10 days of the month. So again, just wanted you to be aware of it. We will talk more about it as I start farming points and get a few pieces of gear in here that we can kind of reference and talk about the process. But just don't be in a hurry. You don't have to be in a hurry. Don't try to claim your gear too quick. I think some people claimed their Nat 5 right away last time and kind of regretted it. So there's no reason you can't leave this event with a perfect piece of gear, okay? So we'll talk more about that in time, but that's it. I just wanted to make you aware of everything. Make sure you are aware of the daily things that you can go into the event and grab, because they're very nice. That'll add up quite a bit over the course of the month. And that's it. Getting out of here. Hope you guys have a good one. See you soon.